I'm truly overwhelmed with all the calls, messages from the family, friends for Mummy. She has touched the life of so many people in her journey. When I hear from them that how she has helped them, been there, like a pillar of strength, it breaks my heart that she's no longer here, not only for us, but for everybody else. I'm at loss of words. I've lost my best friend, my mentor. Cannot imagine life without Mummy. She was always so enthusiastic, passionate with what she did, and she instilled that same energy in me. Every step in life, she stood by me. When I started my company, when I was playing golf, cooking, I can't say everywhere she was there. Mom was a multifaceted personality. She did so much in a lifetime, making the best use of the circumstances. She went as an innocent 19-year-old bride to Assam Tea Gardens, the third Indian lady, but adapted so beautifully into her new life. She was always passionate about art and explored its multifarious forms, painting, embroidery, wood sculpture, terracotta, flower arrangements, gardening, bonsai, whatever she could do the best in the tea gardens, she learnt everything and she excelled in it always. Mummy displayed talent to excel in all laurels, winning the Rose Cup 4 times, golf tournaments, art, and started her embroidery school with 100 workers and made a name for herself sitting in Ranchi in Delhi in the largest store, Jagdish Stores. She was always there for each family member, young and old, any generation could connect to her. They loved her, they went to her for advice, and they came back happy and content. The vacuum created by your loss can never be replaced. But I know that you're finally at peace and with Papa, your Tish, your beloved. You will always remain in my heart, and I know you will be with me, always to take care of me. Love you so much, Mom, and I'm really going to miss you. But I celebrate the life you led and taught us all so much. Thank you for being my mother, my best mother in the world.
Thank you, Kavita. I'd like Dr. Deven Sharma to say a few words, please.
Vinny, as affectionately called by Anjali and Kavita, left us with many memories of a graciousness, caring, and gusto spirit to carry on relentlessly, whether pursuing her creativity as a sculptor and painter, or her entrepreneurial endeavors, or of course the competitive spirit in applying her sharp mind to bridge, or her resolve at excelling in golf. Her can-do spirit to start new pursuits such as painting or starting an embroidery and linen business or investing in real estate is something I, along with the family, always marveled at. She did not let anyone or anything hold her back when she made up her mind to tackle something. Presenting a solo art show after she turned 75, showed her will and indomitable spirit. Recently, only a few weeks ago, she was excitingly sharing her ideas and thoughts on investing in Indian stock market as she believed the Indian economy had the potential to soar, and that was her. Her business acumen stood out, which she credited to Pitaji, her father. Listening to her stories about her father's business mind highlighted her nature to strive and accomplish. When in New York, she would frequently play at the bridge club, going toe to toe with the sharp and aggressive seasoned New Yorker bridge players. One of her New York friends who played bridge with her remembered her a few weeks ago as a sharp bridge mind with so much grace. She was deeply spiritual and lived a life of faith and love. Her love and devotion to her husband stood out, and in turn, the way he encouraged and supported all her endeavors. Besides her own daughters, granddaughters, and great grandson, it is admirable to see the love she had for all her Bij, Banaik, Bami, and Mani, nephews and nieces, and the grandchildren. Her life was lived in the full spiritual belief to use all the talents divine had given her to the fullest extent to care for others, whether through her painting or creating outlets for sculptors or creating jobs for the skilled embroidery people with limited job opportunity, or educating workers or their children, or even her golf caddy in the belief that everyone deserves an opportunity to use their talent and make their lives easier and better. Her culinary interests in experimenting to come up with delightful dishes inspired her granddaughter Nana's interests and creativity in cooking and recently in painting. Her spirit of determination and confidence to venture out was born out when she encouraged Anjali at age 16 to go on the junior tennis circuit, traveling all over India and then traveling in Europe tennis circuit and eventually getting to US to study and play tennis. She believed in her and the values she and Papa had passed on to her and encouraged her to go out there, take chances, work hard, make her own path without being constrained by what society or others thought a woman can do. She encouraged her to soar. Kavita, in her late 40s, started a corporate learning and training business, falling in mother's entrepreneurial spirit, and she encouraged her to get out there when most traditionalists would have not given her much of a chance of success. Kavita's hard work, determination, and accomplishment always was a source of great pleasure for her. Her daughters, Anji and Kavita, and her granddaughters, Nana, Aisha, and her great-grandson, Kayan, and all the family she inspired have so much to emulate in her can-do spirit, determination, drive, confidence, optimism, caring, and grace. We will keep her in our memory by emulating all the indomitable, caring, and gracious spirit she taught.
Thank you so much, sir. I'd like Aisha to say a few words now, please.
My beautiful Nani, gone to be with her beloved Tish. A marriage so perfect, a life so full. She truly inspired us all to dream and break the glass ceiling. Amazing how she groomed and taught herself whatever her heart desired. A keen golfer, she was always so proud of beating the India number one. An entrepreneur that gave opportunity to other women, an art exhibition at 70, and numerous other achievements, including the Bridge Nationals. What an incredible life she lived. My childhood has such beautiful memories with her pottery, baking, and Hasalai Ghar. She became a friend when I grew up and could share with her just about anything. How she would look forward to my trips, to going shopping, lunching, and even sharing recipes. She had amazing style and grace. I would always trouble her by taking her favorite shoes and saris. My dearest Nani, your zest for life, your style, care for the needy, and love for all. This is what we will remember. I see you in Mom and Masi, your biggest strength and pride, and hope that one day Kian will see a bit of you in me. Love you, my dearest Nani. You will always remain in my heart.
Can I please ask Naina to say a few words and also sing us the bhajan?
My ever elegant, glam, artistic boss, Nani. She is my forever inspiration, proving it's never too late to follow your passions and to make something for yourself. With her successful textile business started in middle age and her art being shown in exhibitions and national bridge championships in her 70s and 80s. Every creative bone in my body and the inherent strength and confidence I have as a woman all come from being lucky enough to be born her granddaughter. I hope to honor her every day by using the gifts she passed to me and filling my home with her art. She was also one of the few blessed in this world to be part of a true love story with my grandfather. So I cannot see it as a coincidence that she left this world on the same day he did, years later. He called her home. To our one-of-a-kind Vinny, love, your Nancy. My grandmother was the first person who ever told my mom when I was maybe 3 or 4 that I should be singing. So I cannot say goodbye to her without singing a few songs. Remind me, my Lord, remind me, my Lord, remind me, my Lord, who I am home, eternal. This life of distraction and of illusion, remind me, my Lord, who I am. I am truth, I am peace, divine bliss, Ananda Swarupa, Prema Swarupa, remind me, my Lord, who I am. I am love, pure love, I am love, pure love. Remind me, my Lord, remind me, my Lord, remind me, my Lord, who I am. I'm love, I am home, eternal. Through this life of distraction and of illusion, remind me, my Lord, who I am. I'm truth, I am peace, divine bliss, Ananda Swarupa, Prema Swarupa, remind me, my Lord, who I am. I am love, pure love. I am love, love, love. I am love, love, love. I am love. I am love, I am love. Remind me, my Lord, remind me, my Lord, remind me, my Lord, who I am. आओ मेरे कीर्तन
चलिए मैंने कुछ को प्रेस किया तो म्यूट आ गया. That means now they can't hear me, no? Yeah, so just coming to unmute. बनी ने क्या किया कल्याण
अंतर ज्योति जलाओ साई अंतर ज्योति जलाओ साई जीवन ज्योति तुम हो जीवन ज्योति तुम हो नैया हमारी पार लगाओ मेरे कीर्तन में अंतर ज्योति जलाओ साई जलाओ साई जलाओ साई अंतर ज्योति जलाओ साई जीवन ज्योति तुम हो जीवन ज्योति
Thank you so much, Nana. Can we have Papu Mama say a few words, please?
Vinod Didi is no more, but she is with us. She is in our hearts and will remain ever. Vinod Didi was such a warm, elegant, and classy lady, such a dynamic, dashing, and inspiring personality that there is a lot to learn from her. And I have very fond memories of her. And she was ahead of times. When she was 12 and a half years old, I was born and I used to sleep with her. And when she was in school, boarding school, when she used to come, and she was called there as rich man's daughter, and she was pampered by daddy and mummy, and she used to bring handkerchiefs with perfume. And Nun said, "What are you going to do with this?" And I'm going home and I'll give it to my brother and he will smell it and he'll like it. She was my choti ma. Then in 1976, I lost my mother. From that day onwards, she was like my mother and she will remain. And in 93, my father expired. From that day, I had to play 3 roles with her. She was my sister, she, she was my mother, and I was father to her, and she was like daughter to me also. And I tried to fulfill everything. But today is the saddest day, as I was very near to her and couldn't meet her and could sit with the girls. I am very sorry, and I will never forget this in my life that I am such a Rabaga brother. May her soul rest in peace, and may I request God to give strength to Anjali, Devan, Naina, Kavita, Sanjay, Aisha, Naina, Prashant, Aisha, and Kiam. May her soul rest in peace. Om Shanti, Shanti.
Thank you so much, Uncle. Can we have Prashant say a few words, please?
Hi, everyone. Firstly, I'm honored to be speaking in a ceremony to celebrate beautiful life of our beloved Nani Ji. For me, she has been a lady of admiration. I always used to refer her as an Iron Lady. Her principles of life, the love and joy and spirit of life that she shared with all of us will always remain in my heart. Although I used to call her Nani, our relationship was much beyond that. We were also very good friends. She used to call me very often, speaking about different topics, golf, as Devan Uncle also said, about stocks. She did give me some good tips also. Tennis was something that she used to follow a lot, and she used to talk to me a lot about it. When the US Open was on, or the Australian Open, talking to me about the games and who's going to win and who should we put our money on. So that was always the lady that I used to talk to. I wish my dear Nani Ji a beautiful journey ahead. Thank you for being part of our lives, and we will miss you lots. Om Shanti. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Prashant. Can we have Mr. Vivek Bami say a few words, please?
Certainly. This is a day of great sadness for all of us, of course, as a family. But I would like to see this more as a celebration of a life which was filled with passion, with color, with enthusiasm, with love, and with an incredible engagement with everything that she came across. The great thing for me is that our journeys overlapped to such a large extent. From the very first recollections I have, it was the excitement of my parents, me and Minnie, being able to go across to Vinod Masi, Satish Uncle, Anjali and Kabu, and enjoy their hospitality in Assam. And when they came to our place, the same. We grew up as a family. We grew up together, and nothing can take away that incredibly joyful childhood that we all had, which had a lot to do with the beauty of Assam, of course, in which our parents took full advantage of gardening, of sport, and just the beautiful life there. But more than anything else, I think what Vinod Masi and Satish Uncle and our parents gave us was an incredible model of parenting. I have never come across two couples who were so close and at the same time, such incredible models of good parenting. Luckily, the journey from there has also involved Vinod Masi in so many different ways. And so while she's my Masi, she's actually much more a friend. I really consider her a friend because we could relate at such a personal level on all kinds of things. We both shared a deep passion for the arts. And she was always so encouraging. She always said, your photography is good. And I always told her that her painting is excellent. And we used to exchange ideas about how we can improve in the art. And it was just amazing how she was willing to experiment with things and always come up with some new ideas. We also shared a deep passion for sport. Of course, she was a great golfer. And then we were also very, very fond of tennis and, well, so many other things. I remember some really great conversations that we had, as I said, as a very close friend. So when a person moves from being a parental figure to being a friend, I don't think there's anything more wonderful in life. And I think that is all true for all of us. When we move from being parents to being friends with our children, it gives us the greatest joy. And that's what it did in my relationship with Vinod Masi. What was amazing was when I came back to India about 2 years back, she used to call me all the time. And it was all about, let's discuss the score in tennis, let's discuss many things. I didn't have much interest in the stock market, but she was trying to get me interested as well, which was great. But just, you know, that bond never went away. And even when she was ailing, when she was sick, she would still pick up the phone and want to have a nice conversation. So I think that was something so special about her. And my very last conversation with her was last Sunday when I went to the hospital, and she opened her eyes and We made eye contact, and I told her, I want you back to watch the Australian Open with me. Now, unfortunately, that did not happen, but I know that from heaven, she's watching the Australian Open with me. She will always remain very, very, very close to me. And that bond will remain forever.
Thank you. Thank you very much, sir. Can I have Minnie say a few words, please?
Minnie is busy at the moment in a bridge tournament. She will come and speak later, a little
Sure.
later. Thanks.
Sure, sure. Can we?
Oh, sorry, she's here. Okay, she's going to take over.
Oh my God.
Okay.
Yeah, I think that, hello, everyone. I think Juju has spoken on both our behalves. I would just like to add that for me, Vinod Masi was like a flower who blossomed in the tea estates of Assam. And I was lucky to have her during my childhood, and again here last so many years in Bangalore. And she was a friend, a partner to me. We were like soul sisters, really. And we shared so many interests in common. We really used to enjoy each other's company. And the flower is no more, but her fragrance lives on and will always live on. And the fragrance of her love for me will always stay in my heart. So I'd just like to play a little medley of songs for her for a short while. I hope we have time. Do we have time? Just 2 minutes? Is it okay?
Yes, Minnie.
Sure.
Okay, thank you. I'm just putting it on. Give me just a minute. each word is for her. Each and every word is for her. I'll stop it now. Thank you.
Thank you, Minnie. Thank you, Minnie.
May I add just one more thing? That is that Vinod Masi was a very dramatic person. So only she could have done something which is quite incredible, which is to go to heaven the same day as her husband. That is unbelievable. It's a miracle. And it's just another facet of her life that she could make things happen so dramatically.
Yeah. And as Raju said, they were like two hearts that beat as one. So it was very appropriate that they went on the same day and are together in heaven now.
Okay. Thank you.
And her art will live on always. We will always see Vinod Masi in all her beautiful paintings.
Thank you, darling. Thank you. Do we have time for Geetam to sing now?
Yes, I'm waiting for an update from the Gurudwara. So I think we can.
Let Geetam sing in the meantime.
Yes.
Come. Okay.
Do you want to put the check? Okay.
Mute kar do hamara. Mute kar do hamara.
I don't know how to do it.
This is just a small and a humble offering, just to express my love for Auntie. She was too special, and I will always remember her with very fond memories. She'll be cherished in my heart, and I will always recall her with pride, with deep regards. She made me sing. She was the first one who heard me sing when I was just 5. And after that, there was no looking back for her. She kept on motivating me, and she made me believe that I did have something in me. So dear Auntie, this is just a small offering for you. May you be happy wherever you are. Lots and lots of love to you.
ਕੁਰਬਾਨ ਕੀਤਾ ਗੁਰੂ ਬਿਟੋ ਜਿਤੀਆਂ ਏ ਵਡਿਆਈਆਂ ਕਹਿ ਨਾਨਕ ਸੁਣੋ ਸੰਤੋ ਸ਼ਬਦ ਧਰੋ ਪਿਆਰੋ ਸੱਚਾ ਨਾਮ ਮੇਰਾ ਆਧਾਰੋ ਵਾਜੇ ਪੰਜ ਸ਼ਬਦ ਤਿਨ ਕਾਰ ਸੁਭਾਗੈ ਸ਼ਬਦ ਵਾਜੀ ਕਲਾ ਜਿਤ ਕਰ ਧਾਰੀਆ ਪੰਜ ਦੋਲ ਵਸ ਕੀਤੇ ਕਾਲ ਕੰਠ ਕੁਮਾਰਿਆ ਤੁਰ ਕਰਮ ਪਾਇਆ ਜਿਨ ਕੋ ਸੇ ਨਾਮ ਹਰ ਕਹਿਦਾ ਕੇ ਨਾਨਕ ਤੈ ਸੁਖ ਹੋਆ ਜਿਤ ਘਾਰਿਆ ਨ ਹੱਥ ਵਾਜੀ ਅੰਤਰ ਸੁਣੋ ਬੜ ਭਾਗੀ ਉਹ ਸਗਲ ਮਨੋਰਥ ਪੂਰੇ ਆਰ ਬ੍ਰਹਮ ਪ੍ਰਭ ਪਾਇਆ ਤੇ ਸਗਲ ਵਿਸੂਰੇ ਰੋਗ ਰੋਗ ਸੰਤਾਪ ਉਤਰੇ ਸੁਣੀ ਸੱਚੀ ਬਾਣੀ ਸੰਤ ਸਾਜਨ ਪਏ ਸੋਤੇ ਪੂਰੇ ਗੁਰ ਦੇ ਜਾਣੀ ਸੁਣਤੇ ਗੀਤ ਬੈਸੇ ਪਵਿੱਤ ਸਤਿਗੁਰ ਲਿਆ ਪਰ ਭੂਲੇ ਬਿਨਵੰਤ ਨਾਨਕ ਚਰਨ ਲਾਗੇ ਵਾਜੇ ਅਨਹਾਦ ਪੂਰੇ ਸਲੋਕ ਪਵਨ ਗੁਰੂ ਬਾਣੀ ਪਿਤਾ ਮਾਤਾ ਧਰਤ ਮਾਤ ਦਿਵਸ ਰਾਤ ਦੋਇ ਦਾਈ ਦਾਇਆ ਸਗਲ ਜਗਤ ਚੰਗਿਆਈਆਂ ਬੁਰਾਈਆਂ ਵਾਚੇ ਧਰਮ ਹਦੂਰ ਧਰਮੀ ਆਪੋ ਆਪਣੀ ਕੇ ਨੇੜੇ ਕੇ ਦੂਰ ਜਿਨੇ ਨਾਮ ਧਿਆਇਆ ਵੇ ਬਸ਼ਕ ਦੁਖਾਰ ਨਾਨਕ ਤੇ ਮੁਕਤ ਤੇ ਕੀਤੀ ਮੁਕਤੀ ਨਾਲ ਜਿਨੇ ਨਾਮ ਧਿਆਇਆ ਵੇ ਬਸ਼ਕ ਦੁਖਾਰ ਨਾਨਕ ਤੇ ਮੁਕਤ ਦੇ ਕੀਤੀ ਛੁੱਟੀ ਨਾਲ ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਜੀ ਕਾ ਖਾਲਸਾ ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਜੀ ਕੀ ਫਤਿਹ। ਜੀਓ ਤੇਰੀ ਰਾਤ ਤੁਮ ਮਾਤ ਪਿਤਾ ਹਮ ਤੇਰੇ ਕਿਰਪਾ ਮੈਂ ਸੂਖ ਕਦੇ ਕੋਏ ਨਾ ਜਾਣੈ ਤੁਮਰਾ ਅੰਤਰ ਊਚਾ ਭਗਵੰਤ ਸਗਲ ਸਮਗਰੀ ਤਵੈ ਸਰਤਾਰੀ ਤੁਮ ਸੇ ਹੋਏ ਸੁਆਤੇ ਅਕਾਰੀ ਤੁਮਰੀ ਗਤ ਤੁਮ ਹੀ ਜਾਣੀ ਨਾਨਕ ਦਾਸ ਸਦਾ ਕੁਰਬਾਨੀ ਬੋਲੋ ਜੀ ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਇੱਕ ਓੰਕਾਰ ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਜੀ ਕੀ ਫਤਿਹ। ਸ੍ਰੀ ਭਗਵਤੀ ਜੀ ਸਹਾਏ ਵਾਰ ਸ੍ਰੀ ਭਗਵਤੀ ਜੀ ਕੀ ਪਾਤਸ਼ਾਹੀ ਬਖਸ਼ੀ ਦਰਸ਼ਨ ਭਗਵਤੀ ਸੁਣ ਕੇ ਬੁਲਾ ਧਿਆਏ ਫਿਰ ਅੰਮ੍ਰਿਤ ਭਗਤੀ ਅਰਦਾਸ ਰਾਮ ਕ੍ਰਿਸ਼ਨ ਸਹਾਏ ਹਰਿ ਹਰਿ ਕ੍ਰਿਸ਼ਨ ਧਿਆਈਏ ਸਭ ਤੋਂ ਬਜਾਏ ਏਕ ਬਹਾਦਰ ਸਤਿਆ ਘਰ ਨਾਲ ਆਵੇ ਧਾਰੇ ਸਾਧ ਖਾਈ ਸਹਾਏ ਸਤਿ ਪਾਤਸ਼ਾਹ ਸ੍ਰੀ ਗੁਰੂ ਗੋਬਿੰਦ ਸਿੰਘ ਸਾਹਿਬ ਜੀ ਸਾਧ ਖਾਈ ਹੋਈ ਸਹਾਏ ਦਸਾਂ ਪਾਤਸ਼ਾਹਾਂ ਸ੍ਰੀ ਗੁਰੂ ਗ੍ਰੰਥ ਸਾਹਿਬ ਜੀ ਕੇ ਪਾਠ ਦਰਸ਼ਨ ਦੀਦਾਰ ਦਾ ਧਿਆਨ ਕਰਕੇ ਬੋਲੋ ਜੀ ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ। ਪੰਜਾਂ ਪਿਆਰਿਆਂ ਚੌਹਾਂ ਸਾਹਿਬਜ਼ਾਦਿਆਂ ਪਿਆਰੀਆਂ ਮੂਰਤੀਆਂ ਸਤਿਆਂ ਜਗੀਆਂ ਤਬੀਆਂ ਜਿਨ੍ਹਾਂ ਨਾਮ ਜਪਿਆ ਵੜ ਜਪਿਆ ਦੀਪ ਲਾਈ ਤੀਰ ਲਾਈ ਦੇਖ ਕੇ ਅਨੇਕ ਕੀਤਾ ਦਿਨਾਂ ਪਿਆਰਿਆਂ ਪਿਆਰਿਆਂ ਜਿਨ੍ਹਾਂ ਸਿੰਘਾਂ ਸਿੰਘਾਂ ਧਰਮ ਹੀ ਤੇ ਬੰਦ ਬੰਦ ਕੁਮਾਰੀ ਚਰਪੜੀਆਂ ਤੇ ਹੋਈਆਂ ਆਰੀਆਂ ਨਾਲ ਸੇਵਾ ਦੀ ਕੁਰਬਾਨੀਆਂ ਕੀਤੀਆਂ ਆਪ ਜੀ ਦੇ ਭਾਣੇ ਨੂੰ ਮਿੱਠਾ ਕਰਕੇ ਮੰਨਿਆ ਧਰਮ ਨਹੀਂ ਹਾਰਿਆ ਸਿੱਖੀ ਕਿਸਾਨ ਸਵਾਸ ਭਾਈ ਦੇ ਨਾਲ ਸਮੂਹ ਸਿੱਖਾਂ ਦੇ ਪਵਿੱਤਰ ਕਮਾਈਆਂ ਦਾ ਸਦਕਾ ਬੋਲੋ ਜੀ ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ। ਪੰਜਾਂ ਭਗਤਾਂ ਸਮੂਹ ਗੁਰਦੁਆਰਿਆਂ ਦਾ ਧਿਆਨ ਧਰ ਕੇ ਬੋਲੋ ਜੀ ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ। ਸਰਬੱਤ ਖਾਲਸਾ ਜੀ ਕੀ ਅਰਦਾਸ ਹੈ ਜੀ ਸਰਬੱਤ ਖਾਲਸਾ ਜੀ ਕੋਲ ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ 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 ਜੀ ਕਹਾਵੇ ਤੇ ਤਾਵਨ ਦਾ ਸਦਕਾ ਸਰਬ ਹੋਵੇ ਜਾਣ ਜਾਣ ਖਾਲਸਾ ਜੀ ਸਾਹਿਬ ਤਾਂ ਰੱਖਿਆ ਗਿਆ ਦੇਖ ਦੇਖ ਅਤੇ ਸਹਾਏ ਖਾਲਸਾ ਜੀ ਕੇ ਬੋਲ ਬਾਰੇ ਬੋਲੋ ਜੀ ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ। ਸਿੱਖਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਸਿੱਖੀ ਦਾਨ ਤੇਜ ਦਾਨ ਰਹਿਤ ਦਾਨ ਵਿਵੇਕ ਦਾਨ ਵਿਸਾਹ ਦਾਨ ਭਰੋਸਾ ਦਾਨ ਦਾਨਾ ਸਿਰ ਦਾਨ ਨਾਮ ਦਾਨ ਸ੍ਰੀ ਅੰਮ੍ਰਿਤਸਰ ਸਾਹਿਬ ਦੇ ਦਰਸ਼ਨ ਧਰਮ ਦਾ ਜੈਕਾਰ ਬੋਲੋ ਜੀ ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ। ਸਿੱਖਾਂ ਦਾ ਮਤ ਬਲ ਕਰਦਾ ਹੈ ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ। ਸ੍ਰੀ ਅਕਾਲ ਪੁਰਖ ਪੰਥ ਦੇ ਸਦਾ ਸਹਾਈ ਦਾ ਨਾਮ ਪਾਤਸ਼ਾਹ ਸ੍ਰੀ ਨਨਕਾਣਾ ਸਾਹਿਬ ਤੇ ਜਿਨ੍ਹਾਂ ਤੋਂ ਸਿੱਖ ਪੰਥ ਨੂੰ ਛੋੜਿਆ ਗਿਆ ਹੈ ਕਿ ਦਰਸ਼ਨ ਦੀਦਾਰ ਤੇ ਸੇਵਾ ਸੰਭਾਲ ਦਾ ਨਾਮ ਖਾਲਸਾ ਜੀ ਨੂੰ ਬਖਸ਼ੋ ਜੀ ਨਿਮਾਣਿਆਂ ਤੇ ਮਾਣ ਨਿਗਾਣਿਆਂ ਦੇ ਕਾਮ ਨਿਮਰਿਆ ਸ੍ਰੀ ਗੁਰੂ ਗ੍ਰੰਥ ਸਾਹਿਬ ਮਹਾਰਾਜ ਜੀ ਆਪ ਜੀ ਦੇ ਪਾਵਨ ਚਰਨਾਂ ਵਿੱਚ ਅਰਦਾਸ ਬੇਨਤੀ ਜੋਦਰੀ ਹੈ ਸਤਿਗੁਰੂ ਪਾਤਸ਼ਾਹ ਜੀ ਅੰਜਲੀ ਦੇਵ ਸ਼ਰਮਾ ਕਵਿਤਾ ਸੰਜੇ ਮਹਿਰਾ ਜੀ ਵੱਲੋਂ ਸਤਿਗੁਰੂ ਪਾਤਸ਼ਾਹ ਮਾਤਾ ਵਿਨੋਦ ਬਨਾਇਕ ਜੀ ਦੀ ਆਤਮਿਕ ਸ਼ਾਂਤੀ ਦੇ ਵਾਸਤੇ ਆਪ ਜੀ ਦੇ ਪਾਵਨ ਚਰਨਾਂ ਦਾ ਉਲਟ ਆਸਰਾ ਲਿਆ ਹੈ। ਆਪ ਜੀ ਦੀ ਪਾਵਨ ਹਜ਼ੂਰੀ ਅੰਦਰ ਦੀਵਾਨ ਸਜੇ ਇਲਾਹੀ ਬਾਣੀ ਦੇ ਸ਼ਬਦ ਕੀਰਤਨ ਸਤਿਗੁਰੂ ਪਾਤਸ਼ਾਹ ਜੀ ਉਪਰੰਤ ਆਨੰਦ ਸਾਹਿਬ 6 ਪੌੜੀਆਂ ਦੇ ਜਾਪ ਹੋਏ ਬਾਣੀ ਪੜ੍ਹਦਿਆਂ ਹੋਈਆਂ ਭੁੱਲਾਂ ਬਖਸ਼ ਲੈਣੀਆਂ ਅੱਗੇ ਤੋਂ ਸਮਤ ਬਖਸ਼ ਕਰਨੀ ਪੜੀ ਸੁਣੀ ਬਾਣੀ ਸੁਖ ਸੰਗਤ ਸੇਵਕ ਪਰਿਵਾਰ ਦੇ ਹਿਰਦੇ ਤੇ ਸਾਣੇ ਗੁਰਬਾਣੀ ਅਨੁਸਾਰ ਜੀਵਨ ਜੋ ਬਖਸ਼ ਕਰਨੀ ਵਿਸ਼ਰੀ ਆਤਮਾ ਨੂੰ ਸਦੀਵ ਕਾਲ ਵਾਸਤੇ ਆਪਣੇ ਪਾਵਨ ਚਰਨਾਂ ਵਿਖੇ ਨਿਵਾਸ ਬਖਸ਼ਿਸ਼ ਕਰਨਾ ਆਵਾਗੁਣ ਤੋਂ ਰਹਿਤ ਕਰਨਾ ਪਿੱਛੇ ਪਰਿਵਾਰ ਦੇ ਸਿਰ ਤੇ ਮਿਹਰ ਪ੍ਰਿਆਤ ਰੱਖਣਾ ਪਰਿਵਾਰ ਸੁਖ ਸ਼ਾਂਤੀ ਚੜ੍ਹਦੀ ਕਲਾ ਦੀ ਦਾਤ ਬਖਸ਼ਣੀ ਭਾਣਾ ਮੰਨਣ ਦੀ ਬਲ ਤਾਕਤ ਬਖਸ਼ਣੀ ਕਾਲ ਕੰਟਕ ਦੂਰ ਕਰਨੇ ਦੁੱਖਾਂ ਕਲੇਸ਼ਾਂ ਵਿਘਨਾਂ ਦੇ ਨਾਥ ਸੁਖਾਂ ਦੇ ਪ੍ਰਕਾਸ਼ ਕਰਨੇ, ਹਰ ਦੀ ਬਾਣ ਹਰ ਮੈਦਾਨ ਪਤੀ ਬਖਸ਼ਿਸ਼ ਕਰਨੀ, ਅੰਗ ਸੰਗ ਹੋ ਕੇ ਸਹਾਇਤਾ ਕਰਨੀ, ਸਤਿਗੁਰੂ ਪਾਤਸ਼ਾਹ ਸਿਰ ਤੇ ਮਿਹਰ ਭਰਿਆ ਇਸ ਸਮੇਂ ਆਪ ਜੀ ਦੇ ਹਜ਼ੂਰ ਕੜਾਹ ਪ੍ਰਸ਼ਾਦ ਦੀ ਦੇਗ ਸਜ ਕੇ ਹਾਜ਼ਰ ਹੈ। ਦਰ ਪ੍ਰਵਾਨ ਹੋਇਆ ਪ੍ਰਸ਼ਾਦ ਸਾਧ ਸੰਗਤ ਵਿੱਚ ਵਰਤਾਉਣ ਦੀ ਆਗਿਆ ਬਖਸ਼ੋ। ਸਮੂਹ ਸੰਗਤਾਂ ਦੀਆਂ ਹਾਜ਼ਰੀਆਂ ਤੇ ਫੁੱਲ ਭੇਟਾਵਾਂ ਦਰ ਪ੍ਰਵਾਨ ਕਰਨੀਆਂ। ਦਰੋਂ ਕਰੋ ਗੁਰ ਸਿੱਖੀ ਸਿਦਕ ਭਰੋਸਾ, ਨਾਮ ਸੇਵਾ ਤੇ ਸਿਮਰਨ ਦੀਆਂ ਦਾਤਾਂ ਬਖਸ਼ੀਆਂ। ਸਭਨਾਂ ਦੇ ਪਰਿਵਾਰਾਂ ਸੁਖ ਸ਼ਾਂਤੀ ਚੜ੍ਹਦੀ ਕਲਾ ਦੀ ਦਾਤ ਬਖਸ਼ੀ। ਹੁਣ ਆਪ ਜੀ ਤੋਂ ਕਿਰਪਾ ਬਾਣੀ ਦੇ ਚੱਲਦੇ ਪ੍ਰਵਾਹ ਵਿੱਚੋਂ ਪਾਵਨ ਹੁਕਮ ਬਖਸ਼ ਕੇ ਨਿਹਾਲ ਕਰੋ। ਹੁਕਮ ਤੇ ਚੱਲਣ ਦੀ ਸਮਰੱਥਾ ਬਖਸ਼ੋ। ਅਖਰ ਵਾਧਾ ਘਾਟਾ ਭੁੱਲ ਚੁੱਕ ਮੁਆਫ ਕਰਨੀ, ਸਰਬੱਤ ਦੇ ਕਾਜ ਰਸ ਕਰਨੇ, ਸੇ ਪਿਆਰੇ ਮੇਲ ਜਿਨ੍ਹਾਂ ਮਿਲਿਆ ਤੇਰਾ ਨਾਮ ਚੇਤਾਵੇ। ਨਾਨਕ ਨਾਮ ਚੜ੍ਹਦੀ ਕਲਾ ਤੇਰੇ ਭਾਣੇ ਸਰਬੱਤ ਦਾ ਭਲਾ। ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਜੀ ਕਾ ਖਾਲਸਾ, ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਜੀ ਕੀ ਫਤਿਹ। ਦੂਰ ਆ ਗਿਆ ਚਲਾਇਓ ਪੰਥ, ਸਭ ਸਿੱਖਨ ਕੋ ਹੁਕਮ ਹੈ। ਗੁਰੂ ਮਾਨਿਓ ਗ੍ਰੰਥ, ਗੁਰੂ ਗ੍ਰੰਥ ਜੀ ਮਾਨਿਓ ਪ੍ਰਗਟ ਗੁਰਾਂ ਕੀ ਦੇਹ। ਜੋ ਪ੍ਰਭ ਕੋ ਮਿਲਵੋ ਚਾਹੈ, ਖੋਜ ਸ਼ਬਦ ਮਨ ਰਾਜ ਕਰੇਗਾ। ਖਾਲਸਾ ਰਹੇ ਨਾ ਵਾਰ ਹੋਏ, ਸਭ ਮਿਲਣਗੇ ਬਤੇ ਸ਼ਰਨ ਜੋ। ਵਾਰ ਹੋਏ ਸਭ ਮਿਲਣਗੇ ਬਤੇ ਸ਼ਰਨ ਜੋ। ਬੋਲੇ ਸੋ ਨਿਹਾਲ ਸਤਿ ਸ੍ਰੀ ਅਕਾਲ। ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਜੀ ਕਾ ਖਾਲਸਾ, ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਜੀ ਕੀ ਫਤਿਹ। ਵਜਨ ਵਧਾਏ ਪ੍ਰਭ ਕੀਏ ਸੋ ਭਾਈ, ਦੁਖੈ ਦੁਖੀਏ ਸੁਖ ਦੀਤੇ ਨਿਰਾਲੇ ਗੁਰਮੁਖ ਹਮਾਰੇ। ਨੀਕੇ ਸੱਚ ਕੀ ਬੰਪਾਰੀ, ਸਤ ਬੰਦ ਕੁਰਤੀ ਚਾਰੀ। ਸੱਚਾ ਵਕਲ ਸਤਿ ਸਤਿ ਹਮਾਰੇ। ਸਾਚੀ ਸੋਚੇ ਕਹਿ ਆਇਆ ਹੈ, ਗੁਰੂ ਸ੍ਰੀ ਕਥਾ ਮੈਂ ਸੁਣੀ ਸ਼ਬਦ ਰਾਸ ਸਲਾਮਤ ਸੁਤੈ ਜਨ ਕਾ ਭਾਰੀ। ਸਭ ਕੋ ਲਹਿ ਆਪਣਾ ਭਾਣਾ, ਜਹ ਬੋਲ ਨ ਜਾਣਾ। ਅੰਦਰੇ ਕੀ ਮੰਦਰੀ ਬੋਲੇ ਆਏ ਬਿਨਾ ਦੁਖਾਏ। ਦੁਖ ਮਹਿ ਜਨਮ ਦੁਖ ਮਹਿ ਮਰਨਾ, ਦੁਖ ਨ ਮਿਟੈ ਕੀ ਸਰਨਾ। ਦੁਖੀ ਉਪਜੈ ਦੁਖੀ ਬਿਨਸਾ, ਪਹਿਲੇ ਆਇਆ ਪਹਿਲੇ ਲੈ ਜਾਵਾਂਗੇ। ਸੱਚੀ ਕਰਨੀ ਗੁਰ ਕੀ ਸਰਕਾਰਾ, ਆਪਣਾ ਜਾਣ ਨਹੀਂ ਜਮ ਧਾਰਾ। ਢਾਲ ਛੋੜ ਆਪਨ ਕਰਾਤਾ, ਮੜ ਸੱਚਾ ਮੋਹੇ। ਹਰ ਕੇ ਰੋਗਨੀ ਜਮ ਮਾਰੈ, ਨਾ ਦੁਖ ਦੇਖੈ ਪੰਥ ਕਰਾਰੈ। ਰਾਮ ਨਾਮ ਕਟਿ ਅੰਤਰ ਦੂਜਾ, ਅਵਰ ਨ ਦੂਜਾ ਕਾਹੇ। ਹੁਣ ਕਥਨਾ ਸਿਖ ਸਜਾਈ, ਦੁਖ ਭਾਵੈ ਜਾਈ। ਦਰਗਹ ਪੈਂਦਾ ਜਾਨ ਸੁਭੀਏ, ਹੁਕਮ ਸੱਚੇ ਪਾਤਸ਼ਾਹ ਜੀ। ਕਿਆ ਕਹੀਐ ਗੁਣ ਕਥੈ ਮੇਰੀ, ਆਪਣਾ ਪਾਵੈ ਨਾਨਕ ਸਾਚ ਮਿਲੈ ਬਤਲਾਕੂ। ਤੂੰ ਸਿਰ ਕਹਾ ਪਾਤਸ਼ਾਹ ਜੀ। ਮਾਰੂ ਮਾਲਾ ਪਹਿਲਾ ਦਸਨੀ, ਕਾਇਆ ਨਗਰ ਨਗਰ ਗੜੀ ਅੰਦਰ। ਸਾਚਾ ਵਸੈ ਗੁਰ ਆਸਰਿ ਥਾਨ ਸਦਾ ਨਿਰਮਾਹਿਲ, ਆਪੇ ਆਪ ਉਪਾਇਦਾ। ਅੰਦਰ ਕੋਟ ਨਾਲੇ ਆਪੇ ਲੈ ਸੰਭਾਲੇ। ਬਜਰ ਤੁਪਾਟ ਚੜੇ ਚੜ ਜਾਣਾ, ਗੁਰ ਸਬਦੀ ਬੁਲਾਹੇਦਾ। ਭੀਤਰ ਗੁਰ ਭਾਵ ਜਾਈ, ਅਮਰ ਥਾਪੇ ਮਰ ਜਾਈ। ਦਸ ਪੁਰਖ ਲੈ ਪਾਰੀ, ਆਪੇ ਲਖ ਲਖਾਏਦਾ। ਪੌਣ ਪਾਣੀ ਅਗਨੀ ਇੱਕ ਪਾਸਾ, ਆਪੇ ਕੀ ਕੋ ਖੇਲ ਤਮਾਸਾ। ਭਲੇ ਜਨਾ ਨਿਵਰੈ ਕਿਰਪਾ, ਤੇ ਆਪੇ ਜਲ ਪਾਏਦਾ। ਤਰਤੋ ਪਾਏ ਤਰੀ ਧਰਮਸਾਲਾ, ਉਪਤ ਕਰ ਲੋ ਆਪਣੇ ਹਾਲਾ। ਪਵਨ ਖੇਲ ਕੀਆ ਸਭ ਥਾਈ, ਕਲਾ ਕਿਚ ਰਹਾਏ ਨਾ। ਤੇਰੀ ਚੌਰ ਢਲਾਵੇ ਪਵਨ ਲੈ ਫੇਰੀ। ਚੰਦ ਸੂਰਜ ਜੀ ਤੁਮ ਰਾਖੇ, ਸੁਕਰ ਸੁਰ ਸਮਾਏਦਾ।
तुम विनती सुनो सबकी, कल्याण करो जग का, सदराह दिखा करके रोशन करो प्रभु जी। दर्शन हो तेरे सबकी अभिलाषा है, मन में रहो सबके तुम, सबकी यही आशा है। क्या तेरा क्या मेरा, ये अपना पराया क्या, तुम राह दिखा करके रोशन करो गुरु जी। तुम विनती सुनो सबकी, संसार तो माया है, कभी धूप कभी छाया है, एक दिन उसे जाना है जो भी यहाँ आया है। संसार तो माया है, कभी धूप कभी छाया है, एक दिन उसे जाना है जो भी यहाँ आया है। क्या रंग है जीवन का, क्या रूप है मानव का, तुम ज्ञान बढ़ा करके रोशन करो गुरु जी। तुम विनती सुनो सबकी। Thank you.
We will have Rajiv Nanda next. Purushottam uncle and Asha auntie are best friends of Mummy Papa from Tea Garden Days. They are so overwhelmed. Uncle has written this beautiful piece for Mummy, and Rajiv will speak on their behalf.
Their son.
Their son.
Thank you, Kapu. Thank you so much. Yes, I think they were very, very close, auntie, and we also we spent some good time with them when you understand. This is from my dad. Yeah. It's with very heavy heart that we feel the loss of very dear friend. Vinod was a very vibrant, fun-loving, and affectionate personality. The first time I met her, and Satish was in a store. She had just arrived in Assam as a new bride. On our first meeting, Vinod and Satish invited me over for dinner. They were a very warm couple, and their hospitality was always the best. This was the beginning of a lifelong, cherished friendship. We fondly called Satish and Vinod, as we called them, Banna and Banaik. And no social gathering or picnic was without them. We, being bachelors, would land up at their place late at night when they would be fast asleep. They would always welcome us with open arms and always gave us the best. We became part of their family. Vinod was a multi-talented personality, excellent in gardening, golf, bridge, and painting. She always won many prizes in the flower and vegetable shows in the club. She was always very welcoming and made all the new brides coming to Assam very much at home. After leaving Assam, Vinod and Satish settled down in Ranchi and had a beautiful home. We went and spent some memorable times with them there also. Later, they shifted to Bangalore, and I made it a point to visit them. It was like the good old days. Vinod fought like a soldier during her last ailment, but then perhaps decided to join her darling Satish. I will always miss our video chats, which were full of laughter. God bestow eternal peace to the departed soul. Asha and I will miss her immensely. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Rajiv. Can we have Jija Hari Singh ma'am say a few words, please?
Born on Valentine's Day, Auntie Vinod not only epitomized love in her dealings with people, as many people have mentioned here, but she also, in her symbolic paintings of the universal divine, be it Shiva, Krishna, Ganesh, or Saraswati, her colorful paintings immerse the viewer in that love along with piety. I'm equally saddened as a family, as I was very fond of her. And she reminded me even last month at a lunch at Kavita's place how much she loved me. The first time I came to know of her creativity and sensitive qualities was at the exquisite dinner at her home. The spread on the table was a delight to the eye as well as to the palate. That evening we had with us a friend from Oroville, Angad Vora, a DOSCO classmate of Subir's, who was brought up in Calcutta. It was wonderful to see the instant connect and animated conversations reminiscing about people and stories of Calcutta. I also had noticed at that time the delicate embroidery on her linen, and she told me that art has been a passion since her childhood. Later on, she started painting profusely here in Bangalore, and Art Mandram had the honor of showcasing her art in several exhibitions in Bangalore and Dubai. It's now well known that her themes are greatly influenced by her affinity for the psychic, the aura that emerges, portraying a deep connection to even the galaxies. Inspired by the natural beauty of the tea plantations in Assam, her home, as Kavita also mentioned, was a museum as she explored art in its multifarious forms, paintings, embroidery, wooden terracotta sculpture, ikebana, bonsai, interior design, etc. She left us just a fortnight before her birthday. The date was not just a coincidence. Auntie Vinod joined her partner, um, Satish uncle, on his death anniversary, declaring to the world, as it were, in a way, how much she loved him and missed him, always talking about him these past 10 years. Not only my family, Subir, Yumna, and I, but all of us at Art Mandram miss her and pray that her soul merges with light easily and she spends happy eons with her loved ones.
Thank you. Thank you, Chija. Yashoda auntie.
Thank you, ma'am. Yes.
Auntie Yashoda auntie is my mother's bua, and God bless her. She's 100 years old. And auntie, you were the favorite of mummies, more like her mother to her. We'd love to hear from you. Can we have auntie on the screen, please?
बेटा विनोद तुम ठीक मेरी मैंने क्या बोलूं विनोद मेरी बेटी थी और उसने भी मेरे को माँ ही समझा सारी उम्र उसने अपनी माँ को मेरे अंदर देखती थी जब मेरे को मिलती थी उसको बड़ा अच्छा लगता था कि मैं उससे उसकी माँ की बातें करूं क्योंकि I was so close to her mother कि उसको ऐसे लगता था कि जैसे मैं उसकी माँ बोल रही है जैसे कई माँ उसके माँ के मैसेजेस क्योंकि उसकी माँ भी बड़ी हाईली एवॉर्ड सोल थी बड़ी स्पिरिचुअल और उसे के मैसेजेस लेने में उसको बड़ा आनंद आता था सुनती थी उसको ऐसे लगता था जैसे वो माँ से बोल रही है सच्ची मुच्ची माँ से बोल रही है विनोद को मेरे को कभी भूल नहीं सकती कभी नहीं भूल सकती मैं कुछ कह नहीं सकती विनोद के साथ क्या है मेरा संबंध जो है वो मैं जानती हूँ या वो जानती है। चलो जाके अम्मा को मिले, उसके लिए तो आगे खुला है सब, स्वर्ग उसके लिए खुला है, वो मुक्त है। माँ भी उसकी मुक्त थी, ये भी अपनी माँ के गले लग गई होगी। भगवान उसके बच्चों को खुश रखे, अंजलि, कविता, उनके बच्चों को, उनके परिवार को, उनकी ब्लेसिंग्स रहे, परमात्मा सारे खुश रखो।
Thank you, Yashoda auntie. Thank you. Now we have the Aarti by Chandrika. And Chandrika?
Yeah, I'm here.
You have Chandrika on the screen, please.
Yes. One second. I just wanted to say before I sang the Aarti that knowing Mummy was to experience the essence of simple love in its finest, in its most radiant form. You know, I would spend time with her in the apartment, which she found for me to do all my music. I'd come in to find boxes of biscuits suddenly showing up there because she knew I liked them, or the perfect homeopathic doctor, which she wanted me to see for some unknown malady because she wanted me to get better. And as she show up unannounced and just listen to Krishna bhajans or Om Namo Narayana or Om Namah Shivaya for a long, long time, and telling me about woman power. And there's so many little memories and big memories. And the one thing I will say is, one time I by mistake said auntie, and then she said, Mummy ko kya hua? Don't call me auntie ever again. So Mummy, this is for you. And I really, you know, you've made such an impact in my life. And thank you for having touched me. And she'll live on with Anjali and Kavita and Aisha and Nenu and Kayan. And this is just, her love will never go away from any of us. And she's touched all of us in small and big ways. So I'm just grateful to be here and sing for her.
Battery 100%.
I'm going to do the Om Jai Jagdish Hare Aarti, and I'll just start with a small Krishna shloka, which Krishna was such a Ishta Devta of hers. Krishnaya Vasudevaya Hare Paramatmane Pranata Kleshanashaya Govindaya Namo Namaha Govindaya Namo Namaha. You can all sing with me. Om Jai Jagdish Hare, Swami Jai Jagdish Hare, Bhakt Jano ke Sankat, Das Jano ke Sankat, Shan mein dur kare. Om Jai Jagdish Hare. तुम पूरन परमात्मा तुम अंतर्यामी स्वामी तुम अंतर्यामी पार ब्रह्म परमेश्वर तुम सबके स्वामी ओम जय जगदीश हरे तुम करुणा के सागर तुम पालन करता स्वामी तुम पालन करता किस विध मिलूं दया मैं किस विध मिलूं दया मैं कृपा करो बरता ओम जय जगदीश हरे तुम हो एक अगोचर सबके प्राणपति स्वामी सबके प्राणपति किस विध मिलूं दया मैं किस विध मिलूं दया मैं तुमको मैं कुमति ओम जय जगदीश हरे
दीन बंधु दुख हरता, ठाकुर तुम मेरे, स्वामी ठाकुर तुम मेरे। अपने हाथ भराओ, अपने हाथ भराओ, वार परो तेरे, ओम जय जगदीश हरे। विषय विकास मिटाओ, पाप हरो देवा, स्वामी पाप हरो देवा। श्रद्धा भक्ति भराओ, श्रद्धा भक्ति भराओ, संतन की सेवा, ओम जय जगदीश हरे। जय जगदीश हरे, स्वामी जय जगदीश हरे। भक्त जनों के संकट, दास जनों के संकट, क्षण में दूर करे, ओम जय जगदीश हरे। ओम जय जगदीश हरे, ओम जय जगदीश हरे।
Thank you, Chandrika. Thank you. I just want to say thank you. Yeah.
Over to you, Anjali ma'am.
Yeah. You know, Mommy received so much love from each and every one of you. And she just so loved every one of you as well. And she always talked so fondly of every one of you. And we so appreciate the love, the support, the strength that all of you have given us in the last, at least, especially the last month. So I just like to say a few words for my Vinny. Sassy, spunky, multi-talented, creative, wise, loving, always had a goal, but enjoyed the process. A tigress for her Tinny, Kabu, and Angel. Vinny, you're the best mom we could have ever had. We love you so much. We'll miss you dearly, but you will be near us as always because you'll be in our hearts. Bye for now, and be in the eternal light with your beloved Tinny. Bless us and lots of love, and love you so much. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thanks.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you to Papu Mama and Mummy's Nanke for the pagri. And we look forward to
having you when things are better and spending time with us in Bangalore. Thank you everyone for coming today and being there in this moment of grief of ours. We need all of you more now because my mother is no longer here.
Love you both, Anjali and Kavita.
Auntie will be immensely missed. She was such a wonderful lady, so inspiring and so loving, always treated me like her daughter and can never forget us. So don't forget, you are like a sister. We are there for you. And Anjali. Take care, both of you.
Auntie was gem of person. I really respect her and will miss her. She showed me the right path of my life and I was very, very young. I did not know what life exactly is. But she helped me and she'll be missed. God has carried her in his arms to Uncle. We really are blessed to have Auntie in our life and she'll be always with us. Thank you. Love you, Anjali and Kavita. Respect you both.
Thank you.
Thank you all so much. I'm just going to leave the video playing some happy memories and everyone's free to log on.
Om Shanti.